Hi, welcome to Clear Blue Skybox. It's Edmund here, back with another week. This is the third vlog, the third installment of this vlog series, and it's late. I'm recording this way later than I usually do because this week has been unexpectedly social at every aspect, every single day. It's been well, not every single day. We'll go through that. But as far as my to-do list went, it was looking pretty rocky. On Friday, I was worried that I was not going to get through anything, and the list doesn't look great, I'll be honest. It was not the finest week for productivity, but it wasn't a disaster. We got through quite a few things. I noticed after having looked at the to-do list ahead of this video. So, and there were other problems. So we'll go through that now. Let's just dive right into it, shall we? We'll do the usual. We'll go through what I looked at last week. I'll show you what I did. I'll go through what I intend to do next week and why. Maybe what I learned in the last week. And also, I guess at the end I'll do some responding to comments and things like that because I have some. So let's have a look at my list. Where's my hotkeys? There's my hotkeys. Okay, we're going to keep this real tight. One take only. One take, minimal editing. That's what we're going to do. All right. So here is the list of the things that we wanted to get through, and some things you'll see are left over, which was not a great start. So let's just bound through. So Monday went okay. Came back from work, did some. I mostly spent it writing notes on the stuff that was left over from last week, and that took up a surprising amount of time. Took up Monday, a bunch of Tuesday night as well. Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. I was still writing notes on things. So that's halfway into the week, and I was still doing last week's stuff. And that hit pretty hard, but we got through a pretty reasonable amount. So we did the Touchpoint app thing. That was the market research stuff. Which the money came through real quick, and you see I have this brand new microphone. And apart from the fact that I think it might be a little bit quiet, you should notice that the sound is way better. It seems to be really good. So hopefully that'll come out okay in this video because it's the first time I've tried it. So yeah, that was a success. I ended up drawing 5 things as normal. I'll switch back to this screen and show you because I remember to do that this time. So here's some of the stuff I drew. It's a bit dark. Nothing super special. That was a bunch of Figment Arc logo ideas. And some more nonsense. That one I actually drew from reference for once. I need to find more time to do that. I'd like to draw from. I've got a bunch of art books that I need to, or that I want to use. So hopefully I can get through some of that this week. But as I'll talk about later, this week is going to be rough for stuff we want to do. But anyway, we got through 5 of those. I'll switch back to the right thing. As part of this week, you'll remember that I wanted to go through C#, really understand the language a little bit better. So I did that. I found the C# reference. Here's a bunch of links, which I can post in the description of the video, that are really good, and they're all just the Microsoft reference information because it is really good. The C# reference information documentation is really excellent. It teaches you like step by step, like depending on where you're coming from. Obviously I'm coming from a C++ background, knowing it fairly well. So it gave me a really good way to transition from C++ to C#. But it has other documentation for when C# is your first language coming in. It's really good documentation, so I'd recommend that. And I wrote some stuff on that personal wiki about that, and that went really solid. I made a decision that I'd learned enough from the documentation that I didn't think I'd need to do a to-do list this for learning it by the end of the month. So that's good. I was just going to write some example code, but I wrote a quick little thing, got it to compile with the C# compiler, so I can do that. And I learned some of the bits like delegates, and stuff like that, some of the language features. So that was good. That went well. I did my modeling. I can show you that right here in the screen because I've prepared. So here's the 3 things that I did. Again, this was from the same YouTuber that I looked at last week. So here's a nice low poly mountain range. I kind of would have liked to do the grass a little bit better. I think it's not quite as nice as it could be, but it was pretty fun. It's pretty nice to do. A simple little low poly hills. All this stuff is terrain based that you can use to fill out renders. But I'm thinking maybe that I could use it for some scene work in games and things like that. Here's like a multi-tiered rock formation based off ones in like Australia. Yeah, so that was fun. It was good to just exercise those muscles a bit, I think, and keep learning that. So that went well. I did complete the first in Figment Arc blog post with Andres. That was nice. And it's in a waiting confirmation because I just want Andres to take a look at it before it goes live, but it's all there, so counting that as a win. I did get through almost half of the next section of the composition course on Udemy. That is character theming, which is super interesting. It's going through some of the music theory related to scales and keys, which I found really, really useful because I come from a completely non-music background, so it's really helping me to learn those things. So that's really good. I haven't got anything for you to listen to this week, but by next week I should do. I'm going to try to get through all of this by the end of next week, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle, I think. So we'll see how that goes. Now, into the things that didn't quite go as planned. This one's okay. This one's just that Andres ended up finding a new place to live last week, and he just didn't get time to do to push up his changes for code review. So that's still ongoing. I'll just update that to next week. Yes. Now, things that didn't go quite as well. The game engine architecture, chapter 3, was so dense. There was so much information to get down that note-taking for it took ages. And chapter 4, I had a look at it, which I did not do before committing to trying to do it, and it's 70 pages of mathematics. So I did not get through it. I didn't really even try to start it because I was up to the wire getting through some of these tasks yesterday, because it was unexpectedly busy in terms of social things. And one of the things that I don't want to do is put aside seeing friends or going to enjoy things just to get through work that I've set goals or due dates on for myself, because I have been through things like that before, and it's no fun if you don't have friends. So so I went to those things, and I still got quite a lot done this week, so I think I made the right decision there. Yeah, so game engine architecture chapter 4 didn't go as planned. That's fine. I will probably set that as maybe do 30 pages next week. As long as I'm progressing, I'm happy with that. Like I said, I'll do more of the game composition course next week. Programming tasks. This did not go as planned. So I wanted to finish off this OpenGL chapter 3. I took the notes on it, I wrote the program, and then I realized that I did not have the correct version of OpenGL. So then came Edmund's folly, attempting to install graphics drivers to give me access to the latest to OpenGL 3.0 and up, and every single time I tried to do it, it completely tanked the laptop. I'm running a fairly old and beaten up laptop these days. It's missing a few keys. A lot of the keys don't work, and it just won't boot. So I had to restore it. I tried it again. I had to do a system restore again, and I think I tried it a third time and it didn't work then, after manually trying to find the drivers. So I couldn't actually complete the OpenGL work, and it soaked up hours, which is a pain in the butt as well on such a busy week. So I wasn't able to finish either of those, and they're hanging around looking ugly. So that's not very nice. They just turned red because it's just hit 11. What was I going to say? Yes, so I have a new plan. I think that it could be because I haven't uninstalled the drivers that came with Windows whilst trying to install the new drivers, which apparently can lead to corruption. So I'm going to try and do that next time, or maybe probably not tonight. I won't have time. I'll try and do that tomorrow and see if I can get that going, because I'd really like to work on the OpenGL stuff. I don't want to let that go. So I think what I'm gonna do, because I did this, that's last week's task. This week's task, I set myself for cracking the coding interview tasks, and I got through those. But I just didn't get to the OpenGL thing because it was a disaster basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the two OpenGL tasks out and add a task this week for essentially seeing if I can get OpenGL to run OpenGL 3. We'll see how that goes. If my laptop just can't do it, then it just can't do it. We can't get over that kind of hardware thing. You need to install graphics drivers to get that to work. Maybe I'll find some OpenGL 1 tutorials and I'll do those instead. But we'll find that out at the end of this, as part of this week. This week, I am not going to have very much time. I definitely overcommitted last week. You remember that point where I said I should learn a lesson? I did not learn the lesson. I just didn't. I completely ignored it at the time. That was silly. I way overcommitted last week, which is why I didn't get very much. Well, I suppose I got a reasonable amount done, but I didn't get enough done. Or I didn't get everything that I wanted done. Rather, I should ideally have a little bit of time to do these kinds of things, like mess with OpenGL drivers and things like that, and absorb that into my day, I guess. This week, not only do I want to settle back down, try and commit to a little bit less, so that I can actually get through it, but also I'm going to be working late at my proper grown-up job all week basically. So I'm not going to have evenings, maybe an hour in the evenings. Maybe I'll have like the couple hours during my commute to do stuff, but that's basically it. So maybe 3 hours a day. That should be enough to get through what I want to get through this week, but it's not enough to do a bunch more. So I am going to do my usual pictures, models, and programming tasks. I'll probably need to do this code review this week coming. Like I say, I'll separate these two out into an OpenGL ticket itself. This one is going to be the time sync, I think. I got, how many is it? It's, 10, 12 videos to watch, plus the actual composition to write. So that's going to take time. I did get through, I did keep doing my piano practice all week, which was really solid. I was pretty happy with that. What else? So I'll do that again this week. Sometimes it's as little as 10-15 minutes a day, but practicing piano every day has been really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot from that. yeah, so yeah, I'll go through these issues. I'll put that into an OpenGL task to get the drivers working, and I'll make this just 30 pages of the game engine architecture book. If I can get through all of that this week, I'll be pretty happy. If I can get through a little bit more, that would be excellent. That would be A+ there. But we'll see. I'm not gonna overcommit this time. I've learned a lesson, which is good. Learning is good to happen on camera. The other thing is that the Renegade Revolution video went up, so I'll put a link to that, and you can see me playing Into the Breach with Stuart, which I played more of this week in spare moments, and it's really good. It's really fun. So yeah, that was fun too. I think that's about it. Still not a lot on the game stuff. I'm sorry about that if that's why you're here. But I basically just need to get through a bunch of grinding practice stuff, which is fine because it's fun to practice that stuff, and it'll mean that I can do better quality game development because I'll be more versatile and practiced. There's not going to be much movement on that this next week either, unless something super surprising happens. Me and Andrew still need to go and plan out everything for the next, 2-3 months of work, which we're going to do. I think we're going to do that not this week coming, but the week after that. So I'm hoping to get that moving then, and also my work deadline will have passed, so I'll be able to commit actual time to it during the week rather than having to keep it down to just this limited set of things here. So that's the state of things. Yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty succinct this time, eh? Getting better at this. Right, that's it. Have a great day, everyone. Bye. No, it's not it. It's not it at all. Okay. I forgot about answering my comments. So another thing that's happening this week that is going to soak up a little bit of time is that the March Basho, which is the March tournament for the sumo competition, has started yesterday, and TCFSR in my comments asked me who I expected to win. So I will give that shout out. So I think Takayasu has the best chance. Well, I want Takayasu to win, which means he won't win because I'm cursed. Everyone I support in sports instantly just stops being good. So he's who I want to win. I think he should win, but he's not gonna because I support him now. So that leaves the door wide open. I think Tochinoshin has a great chance to come back and get a repeat on the tournament. If you're not into, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about, take a look at sumo. It's actually super interesting. I love it. So take a look. It's real cool. Yeah, so I reckon Tochinoshin for the win because I support Takayasu. So let's say Takayasu, then Tochinoshin. Yep, that's me. That's my prediction for this basho. We'll see what that's like in 15 days. I'll do a report on it in 2 weeks or something. Yeah, all right, that's it. That's all I got. That's the end of the content. All right, see you later.